Good morning, welcome back. I hope you had a lovely Christmas. What day is it today? It's Sunday, and it's about 7:30. Me and Dave have been up since 5. It's lovely and still today. It's cold, but it's still, which makes such a difference, doesn't it? When it's windy, it always feels so much colder. So we had a lovely Christmas, and I'm going to try and get a few bits done today. One, it's nice to get on top of things, but two, I feel like I need to move a bit. I've spent too much time sitting on the sofa eating. So I'm going to pack some orders and get back to normality for a day or so. I may have bought Darren a pressure washer for Christmas. Can you tell? Look at that. You can see the difference. What do you think, Dave? It was Dave's birthday yesterday. Yeah. Birthday celebrations. Darren's gone upstairs for a shower, so all the dogs are forlorn. They don't know what to do with themselves. So they've come into the office to see me, to pace, haven't you? Until Dad returns. Back in my office. If you're new around here, my name's Kirsten. I buy, sell vintage, antiques, collectibles, secondhand, anything that I think I can sell online, on eBay, on my website, or in antique centres. And I generally, that was a hard word to say, just vlog about my life, working from home, what we get up to, the dogs, which seem to be becoming a bigger and bigger part of our lives, and yeah, gentle vlogs about life, basically. So if that appeals to you, then please subscribe. I thought I'd show you what I got for Christmas. A little treasure trove of stuff. I did specifically say to the kids, I don't need a lot, so don't be going out and spending loads of money on me, because I don't need much. But I will show you what I got. First things first then, I got a little tripod. I've had one of these before and they're really useful. They're quite sort of basic, but you can just use them anywhere. And my other one is dying. It's on its last legs. So I got a new one of those, which is ideal, something that I needed. I got some fluffy socks, because we all need fluffy socks, don't we? They're so soft. Love those. I got the obligatory Toblerone. I absolutely love Toblerone. And Darren doesn't like it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I love Toblerone and it's a Christmas thing. So I got one of those. I got a puzzle. It's like a Christmassy one, but look, it's got a little doggy on there, more doggies on there. Isn't that lovely? I think it's a second-hand one, so we'll see if it's all got all the pieces. But yeah, that's lovely. I'm in the middle of doing a Shakespeare one at the moment, so maybe when I've finished that one, I can get this one out. I got a trug, which I'm delighted with. My daughter got me a trug. Because we've only got two, one this size and a small one, and we're constantly fighting over who's got the trug and where it is, and sometimes you've got it filled with soil or whatever you're working on, and so it's a pain. So an extra trug is fantastic. And then Darren had bought me 5 trugs, so I've got 6 trugs now, so I think I'll be able to share with him. We won't be fighting over the trugs again. I got something from Darren, a random present. I got can you guess what it is? It's a painting by numbers. Now, I think he's trying to get me to slow down and not work so much. But all I would say is, that's the paints and the brushes there. I think I might need a magnifying glass. Can you see the detail on that? Oh my God. That's the canvas bit to do it on, look. Look at that. That might be one to go to try after I've had my eyes tested. Because that one looks like hard work. And then he got me something else to do with the garden. Not exactly for the garden, but to do with the garden. And it's something that I've seen people using on YouTube, and I was really interested in. But I hadn't really thought about getting one. Look, a food dehydrator. So I'll be able to dry things like chilies, herbs, all sorts. I'm gonna do some Googling and some watching of YouTube to see what I can do with dried things, because that's just another way of storing food, isn't it? It's exciting. But yeah, I'm thinking herbs will be ideal, and chilies and maybe tomatoes. And if you've got any other ideas, let me know. If you know anything about dehydrators, let me know in the comments. And then finally, I got, look, you see what it is? They're crock charms. So I got one of Jenny, one of Benji, and one of Eddie. And Bob and Court had these made, and that was before Dave, because Dave was a late comer, so he hasn't got a crock yet. So maybe a new crock will need to be ordered, a Dave crock. But that's so cute. Dave's really starting to settle in now. So it's well, it's Sunday today, and it'll be 3 weeks on Tuesday that we brought him home. And it's going really, really well. We don't really have a lot of scuffles. Sometimes Eddie tries to be a little bit dominant, but not really an awful lot. The hardest thing was the night times. He just wouldn't sleep. We tried him in my office in the crate, but he would just cry and bark and all night. It just was and he was really distressed, you know, like panting and upset. So then we tried him in the kitchen with Jenny, and that didn't work either. He was just the same. He just wasn't settling. Darren was up nearly all night with him. Can't remember when it was. Days and dates have all gone out the window. Anyway, a few days before Christmas, he was up virtually all night with him. And then the following night before Christmas Eve, I thought I'm just going to stay with him and try and settle him. So I lay on the kitchen floor with him for hours, just trying to settle. And every time he sort of just settled enough, I thought I'd just creep out quietly. But the minute I was gone, he was barking and upset again. And actually what ended up happening was I put him in his crate in here in my office, and I slept on the floor next to him. So I had about 2.5 hours sleep that night on the office floor, which wasn't ideal. We just thought, this isn't maintainable. He's just getting himself too stressed. So Christmas Eve, we decided to take his crate upstairs and have it by the side of the bed. We didn't really want the dogs upstairs, but he's just obviously really, really scared of being left. So we did that. And he slept like a dream. It was just bliss. A little tiny bit of whimpering when we put him in his crate, but nothing, just a little sigh and that. And then again, the last 2 nights he's been great. So that's obviously the solution. We've got to work on leaving him during the day and see how that goes, because although we're home 90% of the time, we still need to go to car boots at the weekend, and we still need to go to the antique centres and stuff like that. So we need to find a way for him to settle enough for us to do that. But we've got a few months before the car boots start, so we can work on that gradually. But yeah, otherwise he's a real sweetie. He's lovely. And it was his birthday yesterday. Not that you knew, but he's 12, so he's a good old age already. I'm trying to avoid putting the big light on because it's so stark and bright, and This just feels a lot more mellow, so we're going with this light. I'm going to pack some orders just so I don't have it all to do tomorrow. I've sold a silver plated like a rose bowl thing, some army long johns and a tight shirt, some boots, some trainers and some gaiters, a pack of books, 2 sets of Scrabble, what do you call these things? Tile holders, is that the word? Racks. Anyway, 2 sets of them. A mobile phone. Oh, I'll show you a picture of that was sold. A tin. A couple of bowls. Royal Dalton Wilton pattern soup bowls. And a book. This came in one of the job lots from the auction. It's really fancy. Majestic flow of royal benevolence of the people. They all come from like army libraries. So it's in a box. It's like a gift box. And then this is the book. Look, signed. Beautiful, beautiful book. And I imagine it was a presentation, a gift, when somebody was visiting. So yeah, that's sold. So I'm going to pack that nicely and get that off. We've not had a lot of eBay sales, but we haven't done any listing really for a couple of weeks. So it's no... My stomach made a really bizarre noise then. So it's no wonder really that we haven't had an awful lot of sales. But we did think about switching it off for a week or so, but decided just to leave it on. Bob and Court have got our car, so we are without car at the moment. Hers broke down and she wanted to go and visit her family in Wales, so we lent them our car. But it means that we have no vehicle, and the garage to take the parcels to is too far away. So she may be bringing it back today, or depends how she's going to get to work next week. Anyway, we'll think about that later. Here's my puzzle in progress. It's one of these World of Shakespeare ones. I think they do all different ones, like Jane Austen and stuff. They're cool. That is you get a sheet of paper with it. So detailed. There's so many little people and everything. It's really cool. Anyway, that's how far I am with it. Eddie and Benji are having a little nap. And Darren's got his pressure washer out again. He's going to start working on that, and Jenny's keeping him company. And Dave's over there as well. On to my last couple of orders. Got a pair of boots to do. I've just done my website one, so thank you to Harriet and Robert. Thank you so much. I've packed those. They're on the bench ready to go. I've just got to wait for transport to be able to take them, but hopefully should be on the way tomorrow. Right, I'll get these boots packed, and then that may well be enough of worky work for now. I had one more parcel to do, but my internet keeps going off and on today, and it went off again, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to switch it off. Enough done. Don't step on that box, Ed. And because Darren's doing the pressure washing, the dogs aren't that settled. I've got Dave on my lap, and Ed and Benji have just walked in as well. Oh, and you're off again. Yeah, you're not coming up. You're too big. You're too big, Ed. Sorry. I'm getting up now anyway. I've just had a chat with my mum. My brother's visiting, so he did a FaceTime chat with my mum, which was nice. Her dementia is getting worse, so some things are awkward. But anyway, it was really nice to see her face. And now it is 11:30, but I'm getting hungry, so I'm thinking lunchtime. In the run-up to Christmas, I kept seeing the Tesco's adverts, and I kept seeing these red ball things, and I kept saying to Darren, what do you think they are? Anyway, he ordered it on our Tesco order, because he's like, just shut you up. So apparently they're char siu duck bao buns. So Darren's going to make us some lunch, and we're having these. See what they're like. But yeah, I had no idea whether they were sweet or savoury or what they were. There you go. So you microwave them. Darren's done some mushrooms and some rice. Nice. Verdict on the bao buns. I won't bother again. Have you tried them? What did you think? Have you tried any new food this Christmas? Anything different that you've not had before? I don't think we did really. Apart from those bao buns. I think everything else we've pretty much same as. Yeah, I think so. Just intercepted the delivery driver before the dogs went crazy. And I've got another gift for the dogs. Thank you so much. There's no name on, there's like a little packing slip, but there's no name. So we've got one of these little harnesses to try on the dogs. That a couple of you had recommended. So thank you so much. And some treats as well. Really do appreciate it. But yeah, there's no note to say who it's from, but thank you so much. I'm not planning on doing much more work today. In my cupboard I've got some bits and bobs of jewellery that I had from the shop. Bits that I've just saved. I said to you the other day about charms, silver charms. I'm not exactly sure how I'll do videos showing you which ones I've got. Maybe I'd have to do it as a separate video and then send a link to anybody who's interested, because if I put it out as a regular video, it'll tank all my stats. Because if the problem is, if I do a bad video, then the next video is bad, and then the next and the next. But yeah, there are some cute ones. Pixies and cherubs and beer steins and all sorts. That's a cute one. Can you see that? Anyway, all sorts in there. And then one of the other things that's in there is this bracelet that I had to sell in my shop, that I bought at an auction to sell in my shop. Silver, and it's marked new 925. It was described in the auction as silver, so I bought it as silver. But I've become a little bit more wary of selling stuff that just says 925 on it rather than hallmarked, because yeah, I'm not 100% sure. It's marked 925, and then in an oval there's VI, like the Roman numerals. What does VI mean? Is that 6 or 4? I'm sure that's what it is. Yeah. Anybody's got any idea what that means? Let me know. So yeah, I don't know what to do with that really. At the moment, it's in the I'll just keep it for now pile, along with the charms and bits and bobs. I don't think there's much else in there. There's like a little gold ring. Can you see that? Yeah, is that? What's that? Oh, a little silver locket. And other bits of broken silver that I've just kept because I hate to throw anything away. What's in this box? Oh, some cufflinks. I've got some gold plate stuck to the thing. Some gold plated cufflinks and some little cufflinks that are marked silver, as in spelt out silver. Can you see that? Oh, no, you can't see that. Like that. So again, they're in my pile of, at some point I'll do something with them. But at the moment, the charms, I used to sell them individually in the shop, but I also used to do them on Etsy. They used to go quite well on Etsy, but I don't do Etsy anymore. And so, not quite sure what I'm going to do with them yet. What's in this one? Let's have a look. What's in this bag? Oh, some little earring backs that I think are gold that I just kept. Yeah, I think, wasn't sure what these were, so I kept them just in case. Oh yeah, what does that say? It's a little cross. It's hallmarked. I think it's gold, that one. I never actually intentionally bought gold, but occasionally you'd get it in a job lot, or yeah, in a job lot. There's a little gold, I think that's gold locket. Yeah, gold locket. That's pretty. You see a little stone with what looks like gold, but it's got some sort of mark on it. Not quite sure. I think it says 9 carat. N9CT. Oh, this is pretty. Little pendant. Can you see? Gold pendant. And some gold chains. Yeah. So I will just keep those bits. They'll probably sit in there until I pop my clogs. And then when the kids are clearing out the cupboards, they'll find them and then they won't know what to do with them either. Right, that's another day problem, not today problem.
One way to deal with pressure. Just clear your lines, get settled again, get the structure. This pressure is something that Sutherland had. Yeah, well, I think it'll be interesting. I think Louth will learn a lot from that Newcastle actually. The derby was on here because Newcastle really had some possession and sat back in numbers.
It's that time of year when I start thinking about goals and plans for next year and all of that. So I think what I'm going to do this afternoon is I'm going to get my diary, fill some bits in there. I'm going to do some, I don't know, gentle, what's the word? Goals list. A gentle goals list, or at least think about some things that I'd like to do. Got any ideas? Come on. Ideas are plenty. What's your goals for next year? Next year is fast approaching. It is the 28th today, 28th of December. So we've got 3 more days of this year and then we're in 2026. So we need lots of goals for 2026. We don't have to have any goals. But if you want to have goals, have goals. Yeah, I think I'm going to think about what my goals are going to be for 2026. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed my gentle vlog, please do give it a thumbs up and leave me a positive comment. If you can't think of anything to say, then an emoji works just as well. Thank you so much. If you want to see more of the dogs and what Darren's been getting up to, then go and subscribe to Gardening with Dogs. He's got a new vlog coming out in the next few days. And in the meantime, take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon.